I know what you're thinking. What am I doing now? Well, I'm very proud to say I finally tried. What in the world is she doing now? I'm happy to say I actually finally tried Polymer Clay sculpting. And today, that's why I look a little bit crazy right now. It's because I tried to go with the theme here and just add a couple little stars and moon shapes in my face, because the sculpt that I'm making has moon shapes and stars in their face as well. So I want to take you guys in the journey to how I created this sculpt, how easy or not easy it was for me, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about what inspired me to create this piece in the first place. So what was the inspiration behind it? See, it first started out with a video that I did last week about Squidward. For some reason, Squidward was just inspiring me so heavily this week and last week that I had to do a sculpt of his mermaid girlfriend, if he had one, something like that. I think that's part of the gist here of what I was trying to do there. And then it started changing to Shrek. So I was like, oh, what if Shrek had, I know Shrek has Fiona, right? Yeah, whatever. But what if Shrek had an earlier girlfriend, or maybe a side? So I went there, but then it didn't make sense that it had these celestial themes, or these moons and stars and stuff. And quite frankly, let's just pretend that that's part of it, because I honestly have no idea what the stars and the moon has anything to do with anything, other than it's just aesthetically what I wanted to add to the sculpt itself. So that's really about the gist of it, of what it was that inspired me to do this. I was just, that's kind of what I was thinking of. I want to put a big disclaimer here. I actually had footage of myself actually creating it, just sculpting it itself rather than just painting it. But unfortunately, I kind of may have lost that footage in Google Drive. Just doesn't seem to want to download it to my videos or to my iPad here, so I can put it in the video. So I do apologize for that. If I can, I will put clips if I am able to get that film. Actually, creating this video altogether was a little bit challenging for me. For one thing, it's my birthday month. So for my birthday, I was blessed to get a new camera. So there will be better quality, as you see here, rather than my previous videos, which I am so very thankful and excited about. But in the process, I did have a lot of little altercations, just trying to learn the camera, trying to get my voiceovers and other editings done while there was stuff going on around the house. So it is a little bit choppy and a little bit crazy, but that's how it is when you have a life and you're not just creating videos on YouTube. All right, so all that disclaimer aside, I do want to talk about the color scheme in this sculpture, because here's the thing. This is something that I feel is very intriguing when I watch other people's videos, other artists' videos. It's why do they choose the colors that they choose? Do they have a palette that they work from? Do they have an idea of what they're going to do, or is it just intuition? And so I think it's fair that a lot of people, a lot of viewers want to know why you choose the colors that you choose. So originally, I had the color scheme of green and oranges, kind of complementary colors, but that quickly changed to green and reds because I wanted to add blushes and stuff that was red, especially around the eyes and things like that. And then the hair originally was going to be about a orange rooted hair that is gradient to like a teal. That also changed because I remembered a video that I did of a portrait of Betty Davis where the hair was like this black with tints of blue and it had like blue highlights in it. So that's originally what I started doing with the hair, but slowly as I'm mixing the acrylic paint, started to turn a little bit more purplish, and I kind of went with it, and I really am glad that I did. And so here you're gonna see me do like little accents of celestial like stars and like moon shapes and that sort of stuff. And that was actually also unintentional, and like I said before, I didn't really have a reason or rhyme to do that, but I think it turned out pretty nice. Okay, so to a seasoned sculptor, you might see that there is a lot of imperfections, sorry, in this sculpt itself. And honestly, first of all, I'm not skilled as a sculptor. This is the first time me trying polymer clay. I have tried air dry clay once before, but it was only like a one-time thing. So I'm not skilled, so of course it's not going to be perfect. But I also didn't even try to make it perfect because I like the textures of the skin and the textures of the imperfections. It kind of looks to me like it's almost made out of paper mache, and I really like that style. So I didn't bother to stand it down after I baked it, and I also didn't bother before I baked it to add like a little oil to like a paintbrush and smooth out the little imperfections that you see everywhere. It honestly, it's just a form of adding character to the sculpt, and so I think I just leave it like that. Okay, so here's the real life, right? So there was a lot of background noise, so I kind of had to do a voiceover this section. So please don't mind the lip sync situation here. This is going to be the final reveal of the sculpture. And